Hello and welcome to the Abundantly Successful Show, the show for conscious entrepreneurs who have the deep desire to turn their passion into a successful and thriving business, all while making a huge impact in the world. I'm your host, Kay Sanders, also known as the creator of possibilities. And today in this solo episode, and first of all, I'm so grateful that you're tuning in again. So for this episode, I want to talk about a very, very important topic that keeps coming up. And I think it's very important to kind of talk about that. It's about money is not important. Is that really so? I mean, I hear it all the time where people say, I'm not in this for the money. Money is not important to me. All I want is to make a big difference in the world. Now, it's really nice. I mean, this is really great if you're in it for, you just want to make a difference. But if you have a business, it is very important that you are in it for the money. Now, I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not saying that you should focus all your attention on the money. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, I'm in my business because I want to make a big impact in the world. I want to help people. But at the same time, think of it as like if you have a job. Would you go to your job and say to your boss, I'm just doing this because I want to help you grow your business. I want to help you make a difference in the world. No, right? You would say, hey, I'm coming here. I show up every single day. I do what I'm supposed to be doing. I expect you to pay me, right? Even if it's a job that you really love. It's the same with your business, but I see it so many times. Entrepreneurs, they're really stuck in, they don't feel comfortable asking for the money. They're just saying, yeah, I just want to make a big impact. But if you think about it, if you don't feel comfortable about asking for the money, what's going to happen to your business? You're not going to have a business no more. It's going to be a hobby that's going to cost you a whole lot of money because you got to grow your business. You got to get clients. You got to do advertising, all those different things. But you're not going to get compensated for your hard work. And that's what I see so many entrepreneurs really fall into is they don't feel comfortable at asking for the money. They feel very sleazy, like a salesperson. They don't feel comfortable about asking people for the money. But if you think about it, it is your business. People come to you for your service. They come to you because they know you can help them. But if you don't ask for the money, so let's say you are a coach or consultant, light worker, and people are not going to value you if you don't value yourself enough to ask for the money. So let's kind of look at what's really wrong with the picture of, feeling like, money is not important. Because the consequences is going to be that if you have this kind of mindset, you're not going to get a whole lot of clients. You are going to attract a lot of people who don't want to pay you. And that was one of the things that I struggled with at first as well. I kept attracting the wrong kind of people. You're also doing a huge disservice to your clients if you don't ask for the money, if you're doing it for free or very low price. Because in the coaching industry, in the personal development industry, change is uncomfortable. So if you're working with a client for very, very little money, they don't have enough skin in the game. So you're actually doing them a disservice if you don't charge for what you do, if you don't charge enough for what you do. So if you're only going to charge a couple $100 here and there, they don't have enough skin in the game. So if you have a client who is already resisting the change, if you don't charge enough, they're like, I'm not investing a whole lot, so yeah, it's a little painful, but it's not going to be that much to really make them want to make a change. If you work with a coach and you pay, let's say $1,000 or $2,000 a month, are you going to sit there like, I really don't feel like doing the work, I'm just going to throw the money out the window? No, right? You are going to do the work. You're like, oh my God, I'm paying so much money. I got to make sure I'm doing the work. It's the same with your clients. If they come to you, they want change. They come to you for a reason because they don't like where they're at right now. They want to improve. My clients come to me because they want to grow their business. So just think about it, if they wouldn't pay enough, or if they only would pay, let's say $100 a month or $200 or $300 or whatever. Yes, it's painful, but it's not painful enough for them to really say, I got to make this work. Because it's going to be difficult. It's going to have to step outside of their comfort zone to make a change, to create the success that they want. Because success is not created with the same mindset that you have right now, because you become successful from the inside out. So you need to change your mindset around, as well as the mindset around money. Because if, for example, if I would send you 10 clients right now, they all want to work with you, they're ready to get started with you, but they say, I don't want to pay. Would you take them? Because you said you're not in it for the money, you just want to help people, right? So I'm guessing you would say no, because you want to get paid, you want to make money, you want to build a thriving business, right? You want to build a profitable business. So having that mindset of money is not important is very, very wrong, because you can really be in business, make a huge difference in the world, do what you love, but still get paid very well in the process. So that's the key. And I get it. Money is a tough situation. Money is really a very challenging topic to talk about. Not everyone likes to talk about it, but it is important, because the money will help you grow your business. The money that you're making with your business will allow you to, first of all, survive, right? Because if you are in business by yourself, not by yourself, but if this is your main source of income, if you don't have clients, if you don't make money, you're not going to survive. So how can you provide for yourself, for your family, put food on the table, right? So you need to have money. And also, think about it. The more money you make, the more money you can reinvest into your business. So for example, you're just starting out and you're making money, then you can reinvest it into working with a coach. Then you can hire someone, build your team to help you with all the different activities, all the different things that you have to do with your business, the accounting, the advertising, marketing, web and graphic design. So you can outsource those things, but you need money for that, right? Also, you can create online programs, which then will allow you to impact a lot more people. Because if you're doing one-on-one work, there's only so much you can do, right? So creating a course, creating content like that, it does cost money, does cost you time, right? So if you have money coming in with your business, you can then invest into creating those online programs. You can invest into maybe writing a book, doing a workshop, doing a retreat, whatever it is that you want to do. But all these things require money. So why not feel good about making money? Because then in return, you can make a huge impact in the world, even more than you are doing right now. And you can even do something good with it. So let's say there's a charity or anything like that you are really fond of. Guess what? The more money you make with your business, the more money you can do to do good in the world. So I think making money is not that bad, right? So like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have to be that you're just in it for the money. But money is important in order for you to survive, in order for you to succeed in business. And like I mentioned, you're doing a really huge disservice to your clients if you don't charge. So, when it comes to money, you might want to look at where is that money story coming from? Why do you feel uncomfortable about money? And also maybe evaluate, what is your money story? What is your money blueprint? The relationship that you have with money from early on. What did you learn about money as you were growing up? If you've grown up in a family and you guys didn't really have a whole lot of money, you may have already grown up with a lack mentality. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work very, very hard to make money. And that is what you learned as a child, which then also shows up today. A lot of people, they've said, rich people, they're evil. So you might already have a really negative feeling about that. But is it really true? Because you determine who you become. So just because you make a whole lot of money doesn't mean that you're going to turn evil or that you're going to turn into a person that you don't want to be. Because guess what? You always have a choice to become who you want to become with money. So don't allow the money really to hold you back from really becoming successful, because every successful entrepreneur, guess what? They became successful because of the money that they made. And the more money they made, they reinvested into a business and they became even more successful. Let's say Tony Robbins, for example. He's actually one of the reasons why I became a coach and why I got into this whole personal development and coaching industry. And if you think about it, how did he start out? he definitely didn't have as much money as he has right now, right? I mean, he started out small, but the more he went out, and the more clients he got, the more money he made, the more he could invest, and he created more programs. Then he built a team. Then he does his workshops. So, as you can see, he grew. Every successful entrepreneur does that. They start at the bottom, they work their way up, and with each level, you make a lot more money. So money is really important. And if you're really having a hard time with this, I would really like to invite you to really sit down and evaluate, where's that story coming from? And then you can choose to see the higher truth. I mean, my previous solo episode was about seeing the higher truth, like looking at the fears that you have. And it's also the fear around money, because when you make a lot more money, your life might change. So I would really highly suggest, look at all the feelings that you have around money, the beliefs you have around money, and then also asking for the money. What comes up for you when you think about the situation, when you're talking to a potential customer and you come to the point where, hey, now it's time to ask for the money. You have to close the sale, close the deal. I mean, I don't really like the word. I like to say inspire people to take that next step with you. What comes up for you? How do you feel about that? And really notice that, write that down, and then think about, is that really true? One of the things that really shifted a lot for me when it comes to, inspiring people to work with me, for one, I use the word inspire people to work with me, inspire people to take the next step instead of closing. It's all the same thing. If you think about it, it's closing the sale, closing the deal. But I like the phrase, I like to inspire people to work with me. I like to inspire people to take that next step into creating a better future for themselves, creating more success in their life. But then another thing that has really helped me is viewing the sales conversation, the initial consultation, the complementary strategy session, or whatever you want to call that, but the initial session that you have with a potential client. Even if it's just, let's say, a little meet and greet kind of conversation, you want to close them to the next step. You want to inspire them to take that next step. One thing that had a huge impact on me is shifting my mindset around to providing service. I'm not here to sell people nothing. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to provide a service. I'm here to provide you with answers that you're looking for, to give you the guidance that you're looking for. If you choose to work with me, I'm here to provide a service. I'm not after your money. I'm not after just to get another client, but I'm here to empower you. I'm here to help you move forward. I'm here to be of service to you. When you shift your thinking around on that, so think about all the potential clients that you've had a conversation with, and really put yourself in that last part of the conversation. How did you feel? Did you have the mindset like, oh my God, now I gotta ask them for the money, and oh my God, they don't have the money, and I don't want to feel sleazy. I don't want to feel like I'm salesy or pushy. Take all that out. Really detach from that. Anytime when I have a conversation, I really look at it, I have an open mind. Because for one, I never know if that's an ideal client for me. Not until I actually have a conversation with someone. So if you're listening, you may not even be my ideal client. But you don't want to go in a conversation saying, well, that is a good client for me, that is not, and they don't have the money, or they might have the money, they might want to work with me, or they don't. No, leave all that out. All you have to do is be present, be in the moment, and be of service to your potential client. Really sit there and listen to what they're saying, and then make recommendations, or just help them see that you might be a good fit for them. If you think that they're a good fit for you, then you can then inspire them to take the next step with you. But coming from a place of really wanting to help them. So this goes back to, if you are thinking about, it's not about the money, it's just you want to make a difference. Think about that when you actually have a conversation with someone, that you really just want to help them. But at the same time, knowing that the money is necessary in order to keep moving forward. Because if you don't ask for money, your business is going to be done here very soon, because you won't be able to sustain your business. Like I said, then it's going to be more so a hobby rather than a business. So really come from a place of being of service, but being okay to ask for the money. Because for one, your potential client, they expect you to ask for money. I know I had a conversation with a coach before. I had a strategy session with someone because I was looking for a new coach. and they forgot to ask for the money at the end. I'm like, okay, it was something was missing. So every person, every potential client, they expect you to ask for the money, to ask them, would you like to work with me? Would you like to move forward? Would you like to take that next step with me? It's just part of the sales conversation. If you leave that out, it's like something is missing. Now, you also don't want to rush through that. I mean, I'll make another video about that, but really focus on providing value, but then be okay for asking for the money, because it will help you grow your business. And like I mentioned before, if you don't ask for money, if you don't ask for enough, you're doing a huge disservice to your ideal clients, to your potential clients, because they won't have enough skin in the game. And when it comes to transformation, people have to have skin in the game, or they're not going to do the work. If you have someone that barely pays anything, they're not going to do the work. But compared to if you have someone that does make a big investment in your services, they're going to be doing a whole lot more work, and you're going to get those success stories. Those people who are not really willing to make the effort or make the investment, you're not going to be able to help them create the breakthrough, create the success that they desire, that they want, because they simply are not in it to win it. They don't have the skin in the game. They're not going to push through the discomfort, the change that is necessary in order to come out on the other side. So, I really would like to invite you to evaluate your money story, because this is really going to, determine if your business is going to make it or if it's going to break it. And I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to fail in your business. I want you to become as successful as possible. And that's why it is so important that you are changing your mindset around, that you are okay with asking for the money. Money is nice, because think about all the great things you can do with money. So you want to have the money circulate. You don't just want to give everything for free, because eventually you're also going to feel very uncomfortable, not valued, and then that's gonna go another direction of mindset, and then but you don't want to go into that direction. Okay, so really be open to that. Money is important. Also, if you would like to work on that, I have a couple of EFT videos on my website as well, on my YouTube channel. Money is not important, and then also I don't feel deserving, because that's oftentimes also one thing that holds us back, is not feeling deserving. But really, you want to release this block in order to create the financial abundance, because like I mentioned before, you can feel very happy and fulfilled in doing what you love, but at the same time get paid very, very well in the process, and then you can make a much, much bigger impact in the world. Okay, now, like I said, feel free to check out my EFT videos. If you would like some help in releasing your money blocks, feel free to reach out to me, have a session with me. I would definitely love to help you with that. And I also have something going on right now. It's an Akashic record reading. So if you really would like to find out where is your money struggles coming from, where are your, what choices did you make maybe later, a previous lifetime or early on in this life that really kept you in this whole lack mentality, I have a 5-question Akashic record reading. You can also find out about that on my website. Go to ksanders.com, click on products, and it's the very first one. So it's just $55 for 5 questions. You get a written response. If that's something you would like to check out, feel free to have a look at that and reach out to me. And I hope this was helpful. If you would like to leave a comment, let me know what you think about this topic. Feel free to leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified of other upcoming episodes. And I want to thank you again for tuning in, for really spending your time listening to me. I hope this is really helpful for you. And with that said, have an amazingly abundant and successful day, and I'll see you in the next episode.